I may say it, and I am sure I stand to be corrected, Nakuru is today 70%. I'm happy, Honorable Kuna. I'm happy, my governor. You people are hearing, and you know what kind of work we have done there. The job is done. Kiambu, Murang'a, Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Meru, Embu, Tharaka Nithi, menyerera ya Dwaito, tondu mukwenererio na cama ucio, mukwenererio na indo iria metameta, mucietage thahabu, no ni mukaria hindi mu mwakorwo haha. Menyerera yura president witu aratwira ati ndekwenda kaigua mukirira tondu amwirire mukirega. May God bless all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's give a clap to Mheshimiwa Jenga Mugai. Bwana Pius, tafadhali. Pius, 2 minutes.
Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Governors, CSCs that were here, PSCs, MCAs, all protocols observed. If you allow me, a lot has been said, and we all know that Baba is here because we do feel that he's a friend that we can trust. I want you to allow me to speak to the people of Mount Kenya. And I want to start by saying, the blessed people of Mount Kenya. We are lucky people. Kenya has been very safe, despite a few things here and there. We are here because we want to see the Right Honorable as the leader of this country. However, if we are going to fulfill that mission, we must be together. We must be united. I want to say that charity begins at home. And therefore, that's the reason why I said I want to address the people of Mount Kenya, me being one of them. It is true, we have come a long way back. From the time the colonial came into this country, we fought a war led by Wayaki Wahinga. You know what happened to him. The difference between then and now is that we were united and we were one thing. Later, we fought another war led by Hari Thuku. It is in the records, you can see what happened. People died. Women were in the forefront for this war. From there, political campaign continued with the Jomo Kenyatta, Bio Koinange, and others. In 1952, our people, our leaders were arrested and taken to detention. You know the history. That is the only time that the nation of Mount Kenya was never united. We were divided. We had some people who sided with the Muzungu, and these people are the people we called Home Guard. But we did not give up the war. After we won the war, we forgave them and we forgave ourselves. So what is the point? The point here is we are not going to take Baba where he should be if we are not united. It's shameful to allow yourself to be divided. Why would you allow yourself to be divided? A family is a family. And if you go outside that family, you are cast. Today, we have got some people who have different thoughts. I want us to embrace them, to tell them, to show them the right direction. We are not going to fight about it, because that is not why we are here. We are here because we want to bring unity. Azimio it was not an accident. It is something that was thought, and for a time. It started, you people or ourselves, we thought it has started with a hardship. Yes, that is when we brought it up. But Azimio goes back many, many years. We knew there is something. There is somewhere we have gone wrong. Is there anything wrong in correcting what is wrong? We are correcting that through Azimio la Umoja. I want to tell you, the blessed people of Mount Kenya, that you matter. But do you know that you matter? Maybe some of you don't know that you matter. We are not here to put conditions to anybody or to our future leader, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. We are here to work together with him. We do say what we have started, we have to see it through. And today is the beginning when we are making a commitment that is no looking back. If you have to sell your cow for us to get where we want, you sell it. Me, I'll sell my rabbits because I raise rabbits. I want to say this, the people of Mount Kenya. Let's not gamble. This is no time for gambling. We make decisions, and we have made decisions. Our decision is to go forward. We know where. If Raila Amolo Odinga leads us into the darkness, we will go there. We will look for torches and other things. But we know he's the leader of light. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Pierce. I've under a lot of pressure because I say we need to balance the agenda. So you bear with me, our guests. So I want to call Winnie Kaburu to come briefly. Then after that, then I'll go to the other leaders. Winnie, 2 minutes.
Habari yenu, habari kila mtu. Today is a great day. Why? Because Baba, we are now in Nairobi, not in Meru, where everybody loves you. Now, I am going to say that you are a leader who has been a leader for long, who is loved by everybody. And when I'm standing here, I feel comforted because I know we are not fearing to talk the name of Baba anymore. As we were in NASA, we were so scared when we were going around talking about Baba, asking for votes for NASA because we were looking like outsiders, like outcasts. But look at this. This is wonderful. This is great. Women of Kenya are not scared of talking about Baba. How many women here, how many mothers here are happy that Baba is with us and we are supporting him all the way? Can we give him drink? Thank you, thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Your Excellencies, Governors, Honorable Members of the Senate, the National and County Assemblies, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. And to my relatives from the western side of the mountain, Murega and Oito, Murega and Oito. And where I come from, we say, Thank you. My name is Wine Kavuru, Kenya. I was born in the eastern side of the mountain and exported to the western side of the mountain. Where I come from, we are sport with ladies. So I am a daughter of both worlds and also the adopted daughter of the Nyansa, because that's where I got my education. I was born to a man who loved women as daughters, as wives. Though he is deceased, he gave me an education, and I'm proud of that. Baba, let me start by congratulating you for not only climbing the mountain, but going around it and enduring yourself to the mountain people. We women of the mountain, our mountain region, joined the many other lobby groups, all rooting for Ushindi wa Baba. In return, we expect the following, Baba. We humbly ask you to listen to the women of Kenya. We have been downtrodden for so long. Our president has helped us. He has given so many positions for women, but we still feel we are safe in your hands, Baba. Women of Kenya have suffered, but when we see the way you treat your queen, Mama Haida, we feel that you love women. How many of these men here can just say what Baba says to his queen? Honey, I love you. In front of the camera, in front of the whole world. That is what Baba considers for women. He loves us, and for that, we are happy that we are safe in his hands. I know I don't have a lot of time to talk, but I will just have to say a few things because I had written my speech, but I can see the lady and the gentleman want me to finish. I will talk about agriculture, because agriculture, where I come from, is the most important thing. We are the ones who grow the coffee. I can see our minister here, who is doing very well for the coffee and the tea industry. We would like Baba to look at that industry and make sure that whatever it has been started continues when you become the president. Secondly, is the issue of positions in the government and in politics as well. When you look at our range on Mount Kenya, we are well educated. But when it comes to politics, we are kind of left out because either of culture or something else. Baba, please, when you come, remember us so that we have also positions both politically and even in your government. Thirdly, Father, Baba, I would like to say something about peace and security for women. When there is war or when people are fighting, it's the women who suffer most. And we don't want to suffer. From the time you had the handshake with our president, You made sure that there is no fighting, there is no sitting on the streets, there are no railways which are being pulled out, and we are so happy about that. So we know we are safe with you. Thank you, Father, our Baba is all the same.
Thank you.
We would
Thank
like
you,
to
Winnie.
say something more.
Right.
Lastly, and just to say this, please. We are having the issue of youth, mental problems, a lot of fightings because of poverty from the area I come from. If I don't talk about what we produce where I come from, the mirror.
Thank you,
where
Winnie.
people are so
We
happy
will
about
take
you,
your,
then I will not be talking.
Yeah,
You
let's
know
clap
how much
for Winnie.
the people like you are in Meru,
Your
especially
speech.
in Lare. So remember the mirror and you get us market for it.
Thank you very much.
I'll give you my speech.
Right, give it to us. We'll make sure that it gets to Baba. It's also be within the Mount Kenya Foundation, list of things that we need to hand over. Thank you. At this juncture, I want to invite the leader of the majority in the House to come and introduce the members of Parliament who are here and, give apologies of the ones who are not here, and then be able, to progress. You please bear with me on protocol issues. It's only I want to make our program flow. So, you bear with me. Right.
Thank you very much, Titus. Our chief guest, Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga. I'll be very brief. I do recognize that we were supposed to have ended at 3, and Honorable Raila Odinga has another engagement. And today really was not a day of speeches. It's a lunch. That was my understanding. We've done these lunches, we've done these meetings, we've gone around the country, and today was really a culmination for us as Mount Kenya to show our solidarity with Baba Jacom and show to what extent we have internalized his Azimio philosophy. And I believe that's why we are here today. So, before I get into my comments, I know Parliament is on recess. So there's a whole contingent of people in Arusha for the East Africa Games. There are others in the constituencies. But I would like to just ask those who are here from both Senate and National Assembly to please rise. I know the names had been read out before, so we can recognize you. Please, if you could just stand. I can see some assisting. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. So I just want you to, people of Mount Kenya, I want you to recognize this group specifically. We can say so many things here, we can do so many things, we can show so many aspirations. But until all these things they are doing are translated into law in Parliament, they mean nothing. And the people who have that responsibility is your members of Parliament. There are things we take for granted. And I know, and I was speaking on behalf of the members of Parliament. The governors will be here. Until we appropriate money to them, they cannot do anything in the counties. The business community is here until we create that conducive business environment through the laws. You're going nowhere. So I want us to give some special recognition to these members of Parliament. As we are speaking today, there are some critical bills we have in Parliament. And I was just talking to my colleague in Senate, the Honorable Rengo. These members of Parliament will have to sacrifice their holidays to come back to Parliament to pass some laws to facilitate some of the things we are aspiring here to do. So, talk to your member of Parliament nicely. Honorable Junet, is that true? talk to your member of parliament in whichever constituency you come from, so that when we can call them to come for a special sitting, let them be there so that we can fast track some of the laws that we need to push some of this agenda we have here and others forward. And I think that's why my special appeal to you is that. Be that as it may, I think Mount Kenya, for once, we don't have a candidate from Mount Kenya. We are hardworking people. We are agrarian. We are business people. We need our interests taken care of. And we've walked this journey together with Baba, and we believe through the Azimio, through the journey we've gone through, is we believe our interests are safe. However, I want to ask ourselves, I sent you first to go and talk to your members of parliament, and I want to be very candid here. As a people of Mount Kenya, your interests will not be safeguarded by Baba alone. He will have many competing interests to safeguard and to talk about. Your interests will be safeguarded by the voice, by the command you have in both the National Assembly and in the Senate. I'm talking about this from my own experience, from what we go through with Honorable Junet, what we go through with Honorable Orengo, as we are trying to marshal people together to support the government. So I want to appeal to you that let's unite together. I know we have so many parties. I know we'll be split. I know we have so many independents. But let's have our voting bloc together so that as we go to parliament, we can have a solid bloc of voters from Mount Kenya that we can then say we will support the agenda of Baba together, and we will also protect the interests of Mount Kenya together. If we don't do that, we'll be back to where we've been in the past. And I don't want to go there. So Baba, I want to congratulate you. When you started this journey, many people expected that you'll be asking His Excellency the President to take you to Mount Kenya, to introduce you to the people of Mount Kenya. You told the people, I have friends in Mount Kenya, I'll go to Mount Kenya on my own. You've gone to Mount Kenya, you've been welcomed, you've scaled the mountain, you've gone around the mountain, and you have made even many more friends in the limited time that you've gone there. So let those who thought you're going to be escorted so that they could say your project, now know you managed it on your own. And you have won many, many friends. And we shall be there with you. We believe that the Azimio movement dovetails with our own interests, creating that conducive environment for us to do business. On Friday, Jacom, we will be there with you as you come to the climax of the Azimio movement. But we want to encourage you. It's time. The time is now ripe for you to declare your candidature so that we can now move life to the next level. So we can go looking for votes. We can now go looking for votes for you rather than just promoting Azimio. And we want to encourage you on Friday. Take Azimio movement to the next level, and we will let all those who will be there support you so that we can now have, come end of Friday, we will have a candidate, a presidential candidate, not just the promoter of the Azimio Foundation. So that all these memoranda that we are giving you, we will now be giving you as a presidential candidate. And I think that is what we will be asking. We will support you from Parliament. We will support you in the grassroots as we move forward in that direction. Because we believe we will be safe in your hands. My colleagues, I know some of you are scheduled to talk, but because of the time, I believe it has had to be reorganized. I look forward to seeing you on the 21st and the 22nd so that we can pass some very critical bills that will be part of moving this forward.
Thank you.
Did I say more?
Thank you.
Tuhamwe. Netorai guidania. Netorai guidania. Pea uthejwo de onoge okahio. Nono ma tukoro twe hamwe mweri 21 na mweri 22 tunyitane tuhote kwetukia mawatho turenda ni undu wa utwarithia wira uyu na mbere. Kaya murathime. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Party, leader of the majority in the National Assembly. At this juncture, I want to call the executive. The executive is more structured. Your representative, the executive, it's your turn. Come and please do your presentation. And here we still have the car keys for somebody who has not collected. Please do remember, check whether you have misplaced your keys, and we'll be able to pick them from here. Thank you. Thank you, Waziri.
The Right Honorable Raila Odinga, former Prime Minister of Kenya, members of Mount Kenya Foundation, distinguished governors, senators, members of parliament, MCAs, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this opportunity to read a communique that has been prepared looking at the other SMEOs that have taken place in our region. So it's a summary of the issues and the commitments that we have been able to discuss and agree with the former Prime Minister as we engage ourselves to support his presidential candidature. And without taking a lot of time, I will go ahead and read because of time. The communique of the Mount Kenya Consultative Meeting on Azimio la Umoja, 8th December 2021, Nairobi. We, the leaders from Mount Kenya region, have gathered here for consultations and to take a common position on our shared political future and destiny ahead of the Azimio la Umoja Forum on Friday at Kasarani. We want to thank all the stakeholders who have participated in today's deliberations. We also want to extend special thanks to the Right Honorable Raila Odinga for gracing this event. As the people of Mount Kenya, we are keen on taking a political path that encapsulates our vision and interests as a region. As we prepare for the Azimio la Umoja launch on Friday, there are issues that are very close to our hearts as a region and that constitute the basis of our engagement today and in earlier forums of a similar nature. These issues are: 1, peace, unity and stability. As a region, our people have faced the dark side of politically instigated and election-related violence. Our people have been killed, hounded, persecuted, displaced, evicted, and our property destroyed. When Kenya burns, it is our people who bear the greatest brunt of the consequences. The President has shown the way in his commitment to unity, stability, and relentless pursuit of peace. We celebrate the prevailing period of unity, peace, and stability that has seen accelerated growth and sustained development in our region since the March 2018 handshake between you, the former Prime Minister, and His Excellency the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta. Today, we affirm our support for genuine efforts geared towards uniting the people of Kenya for the realization of a better Kenya. But two Mount Kenya issues. As a region, we have issues that are unique to us that we won't address by any candidate seeking our support. In this regard, we would like to see, one, a commitment to the implementation of the constitutional principles of democratic and fair representation, equality of the vote in representation, and equitable resource allocation, popularly known as one man, one vote, one shilling. Two, a demonstration of commitment to guarantee our fair share of government commensurate with our rural population strength. Number three, commitment to increase the devolved funds. Four, respect for property rights. Five, facilitate resettlement of our people who are still living as squatters and help them reclaim their land from which they were evicted. Six, a commitment to actualize a PEV victims fund, post-election violence victims fund. A commitment to support and invest in agricultural productivity, particularly regarding tea, coffee, miraa, milk, and other crops that are grown in the Mount Kenya region and of course the rest of the country. A commitment to address the youth unemployment crisis in the country. A commitment to address discrimination against the employment of our people from our region, particularly in the public service. A need to respect devolution and adhere to the allocation formula provided by the Constitution. A commitment to complete ongoing infrastructure projects and set the country on the path of industrialization. A commitment to eliminate or tackle, if you like, alcoholism and drug abuse in the country. A commitment to support the family institution, which is currently facing existential threats. And finally, a commitment to bring intergenerational harmony instead of pitting the young against the old. On the economy, we want to say as follows. Contrary to what some people believe, our people care more about the economy than politics. However, we see politics as an opportunity to address our economic issues. We have also witnessed what corruption can do to an economy and cannot imagine a Kenya where looters are in charge. Being an industrious people, our economy-related issues are complex and cannot be reduced to a mere slogan, catchy phrases, or handouts. Our region requires a coherent and a comprehensive plan to recast and address our development and economic needs. President Uhuru Kenyatta has laid a foundation for an economic takeoff through massive investments in infrastructure, roads, ports, dams, electricity connections, Stendia, etc., as well as in social and human development. We now need a leadership that will seek to build on this legacy and without subjecting our country to reckless, untested experiments that are deceptively attractive but inherently divisive. As some business-oriented people, we shall support the candidate who will establish policies to, 1, provide a conducive environment for trade, investment, both locally and beyond Kenya's borders. 2, fix the issues touching on critical subsectors in our region, including and not limited to coffee, tea, rice, miraa, pyrethrum, potatoes, cotton, horticulture, poultry, and milk. 3, strengthen and protect the mining and manufacturing sectors. 4, expand the ICT sector. 5, reduce cost of credit for small businesses, who include our farmers, market traders, bonda operators, juakali workers, matatu operators, cart pullers, hawkers, food businesses, and others. 6, enhance international relations that open opportunities for our people. Cognizant of this, we are at a juncture where we have to make a decision on our political future. In making this choice, we have to follow a path that takes us forward towards the future we yearn for. To this end, we resolve as follows: that as a region, we fully support the Azimio la Umoja quest for a united front to address key issues affecting our region and the country. That the vision, values, and principles articulated through Azimio la Umoja best represents the Kenya we want to see. That we recognize Azimio la Umoja as an articulation of the future we desire as a region, as it guarantees peace and safety of our people, property, business, and land. That Azimio la Umoja guarantees the continuity of the legacy and the projects implemented by President Uhuru Kenyatta. That through Azimio la Umoja, Honorable Raila Odinga has demonstrated a willingness to address the interests of our region, secure Kenya's peace and economy, and safeguard public resources from plunder. That the people of Mount Kenya have no confidence in sweet-talking people who want to take advantage of our problems and use them as fodder for electioneering without offering concrete solutions. That we have no confidence and reject people who proclaim themselves to be our leaders without consulting us, and who want to impose leaders on us just like the colonialists did, just like colonialists once did. That we do not feel safe in the hands of individuals with a history of looting public coffers, land grabbing, and perpetuating the displacement of our people. That we will form a technical team to negotiate on the above issues and work with the Right Honorable Raila Odinga to realize our collective dreams as a region and as a country. Consequently, we commit to work with the Right Honorable Raila Odinga to build on President Kenyatta's legacy and make Kenya a great country that every Kenyan is proud to call home. Tuko sawa na Azimio, pamoja na Azimio. Asanteni sana.
Let's give a clap.
Wangapi wanasema tumekubaliana hiyo sote hapa? Nione kwa mikono, kwa mikono, kwa mikono. Asanteni sana.
We don't even need to make more speeches. Is that correct? That speaks for all of us. And we want to thank the executive for coming with that comprehensive communique on our behalf. Thank you very much. But now before we invite our chief guest to say, give a few remarks, I want to break a bit of protocol. I want to invite the governor of Mombasa, who is with us, to come and say Jambo 001. Let's give him a clap. Asante 001. His Excellency, the the governor of Mombasa, none other but Bwana Joho. Karibu sana.
Asante. Kwanza, Your Excellency, Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, mambo, mukopoa. First of all, I want to thank you, Chairman, for kunihurumia. You know, initially me and my team had planned many buses, but the number that you had allocated to me, 5,000, it's kind of reduced from the target we had wanted earlier. Kwa hivyo asante. Pili, nataka kuambia ndugu zangu ya Mount Kenya, sisi Waswahili tunasema ukweli mara mingi. Na nataka niwaambie mafunzo ya dunia yametufunza mtu ambaye haishimu viongozi wenu, usiwe na ndoto ataweza kukuheshimu wewe. Mtu ambaye haishimu mafanikio yako, usiwe na ndoto atafurahikia mafanikio yako. Ndio maana mimi niko na furaha kwamba my party leader Baba, when he came to you, hakuja kuzungumza na nyinyi kama watu wa kawaida. And basically that's what he is. Amekuja kutafuta ushirikiano, partnership with the people of the Mount Kenya. Na mimi nataka niwaambie, I've been sitting here consulting with my brother Junet. You know, Junet was #1 defender of BBI. And many of you probably have not thought into detail what BBI meant for you. I don't think you took time and really go through in the detail as to what BBI would have meant for you. But mimi nataka kuambia, I believe that all is not lost. All is not lost kwa sababu I see now some direction that is more clearer than before. Now let me tell you, if you want a united country, then Raila Odinga is your man. If you believe in cohesion and coexistence, then Raila Odinga is your man. If you believe in shared prosperity, then there sits your man. And if you believe in peace, unity, and tranquility, then this is the route to go. Mimi nawaambia, sisi tulisema, we're the first ones to say, vile inchi naenda. And we stood our ground. And there will come a time, mimi mwenyewe, I'm sorry, I'll take one more minute. There will come a time that I will tell a very candid story that probably Baba will never be able to tell you. Nitoboe. My departure, and I believe the departure of Raila Odinga na wale wapinzani wetu, was informed by certain hard decisions that needed to be made in 2007, 2008. There are those who decided, I was a young MP elect through ODM. and some of us that were here were in that meeting, where Baba came and said, let me tell you that the country is greater than all of us. Kuna wengine who vehemently refused and wanted chaos to continue. Now ikifika time, we'll say it in detail. We'll even report verbatim what was said. And that is why it is important. I even see some of my colleagues ambayo wanaongea mambo ati tuwache na history. You will never be able to understand your present if you don't appreciate your history. So we learn from our history to understand our present and plan into the future. So now my final sentiments. If you ever have ambitions of coming back to lead this country, then let us vote for Baba so he clears the way that all of us in the future will have an opportunity to be in the helm of leadership. Nawarudia hiyo statement. Na kama hamujui ende mupime, mimi naota, even mimi I dream, siku moja nikuwe rais. Na hiyo ndoto. And I know some people in this room wako na hiyo ndoto. But if you do not make the right decision today, at this moment, my friend, amua ubaki ama usahau ndoto. Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana. Let's give our governor of Mombasa a bigger clap. Asante sana. At this juncture, I want to invite the chairman of Council of Governors within the region of the Gema Nation, His Excellency Francis Kimemia, who will invite the chairman of the Council of Governors and then invite our chief guest. Thank you. Karibu Governor. 2 minutes. I think the executive gave the summary of all we were to talk about today. Silvio.
Yes.
Thank you.
Asante. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, and all the protocols observed. Nanyi ambao tuko hapa, hamjamboni jioni ya leo. Nisalimieni hivi kama mnaniona. Asante. God is good, and all the time we want to support what has been led by Minister Munya. We want to support that resolution. Tunakubaliana na yeye kabisa. Na pia we want to support the handshake and also azimio la umoja ambalo Baba ameanzisha, and we shall be more than almost that two governors tutakuwa pamoja na Baba Raila Amolo Odinga pale Kasarani tukisupport hili azimio. Tumekubaliana na magavana kwamba kwa sababu mambo mengi imeongewa, sisi kama tuko katika nyumba na Baba. Nani mwingine anaweza kuchukua hii serikali kweli? Hakuna mwingine. So lazima tuwe ndani ya serikali, kama jamii la Mount Kenya region, and we shall go with Baba all the way. I want to support the issue of bringing communities. Tulete communities zote pamoja, ile ambayo limesemwa hapa na chama na Mount Kenya Foundation. Tulete jamii zote tuwe kitu kimoja. Wakati Baba alitembea pale Nyandarua na Laikipia na mahali pengine pote, kuna kitu ambacho alifanya ambacho kilifurahisha wananchi sana kule mashinani. Na mkiangalia graph ya Baba inaenda juu na ile ambao wanadanganyana inaenda wapi? Chini. Just look at the graphs. Wale ambao mnafanya scientific research, graph yake inaenda juu. Na ni kwa nini? And I want to finish with that point. When he came to Nyandarua, for instance, he talked about potatoes. He talked about mambo ya perethrum. He talked about cabbage, maziwa. He talked about power. Hakuna stima huku. Mambo ya maji na mambo ya barabara kuwa mbaya, mambo ya vijana wetu ambao wanataka ajira. So hii azimio, we need to demystify it and bring it down to, we devolve it to mashinani. Tukimaliza mambo ya Friday, sasa tuingie pale mashinani. Tunaweza kuongea hapa, tuongee ma towns, but we must now also go to the grassroots and be able to support Baba kuendesha filosofia yetu ya azimio, ili pia hata wananchi wenyewe waanze kusema kwamba vile wananchi wa Nyandarua walisema kwamba yes, kama azimio ni kuangalia barabara zetu, maji yetu, sima yetu, na kuangalia vijana wetu wapate ajira, na kuona kwamba watu wetu watakuwa na amani na security, na mambo ya tax itakuwa imeangaliwa. Wakasema yes, to support Baba. And I want to appreciate the trips we have made from the moment we left pale Laikipia, tukatembea na Baba safari ya kwanza kuja mpaka hapa Nyandarua. And you can see the euphoria and the excitement ambayo imefuata baba wakati alitembea hapo. So I want to end my statement there kwa sababu ya in the interest of time, mambo mengi imesemwa kabla sijamuita chairman wetu wa Council of Governors. Kama tumekubaliana na governors wengine kwamba atasema tu jina alafu akae chini. Kwa hivyo kuja hapa Nyoro na bwana Kinyanjui mseme kila mtu jina alafu tukae chini, hatutaongea hata kidogo. Asanteni sana, thank you very much. Kujeni tuanze na bwana Nyoro, tumpigie makofi akija. There will be no statement, hakuna speech, atakuja tu alafu aseme jina then tukae chini.
Hamjambo. Hamjambo. Hebu fanya hivi. Sema azimio la umoja kutoka hapa mpaka Kasarani. Asante sana. Yule anaongea ni James Nyoro. Asante sana.
Thank you. Yes, Munya has adopted or resolved in this congregation. Do we adopt it? Yes. Can I hear it unanimously? Yes. So let me have the chairman of Mount Kenya Foundation, the chair of the executive committee, and the leader of the majority in parliament to sign this communique on our behalf so that it becomes formal. Karibuni. You sign each page, every page. Yeah, every page, yeah, so that nobody can. That makes it a document of the people of Mount Kenya. And this is a covenant that we are going to enter with the leader of Azimio la Umoja on Friday. All right. Gender, let's have who? Sabina to come forward and decide. Sabina, the chairman of Council of Governors to sign. The youth leader, the one who talked on our behalf, let them also sign so that we all own that document. I'm told one of the Council of Elders, yes, please. Washida Kiago, come and sign also. Washida Kiago or Amikago or Waiduma, where is he? Come. This, as we say, is a covenant which we have developed to take to Azimio, and that's what to bind us with the leadership of Azimio. So it is very significant. This document is adopted by everybody. It's okay. No, let it move aside. Yeah. And then after everybody has signed, we want somebody to take to our bishop, Imadio, to sign as the chair of the Hungama Nation. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. We need to have a religious leader.
Was sent to the colonial office. When the British government got that letter, it was leaked into the media. It came out in the Times of London, the Guardian. Then the governor issued a statement saying that there are no political detainees in Kenya, no political prisoners in Kenya. The ones we have here are convicted criminals who have been tried and subjected to and sentenced to imprisonment. Then there was the Hola massacre. Then now the members moved a motion in Parliament. Tom Mboya was the one who moved it, and saying that we need the government to look into conditions of imprisonment of this Mau Mau, Kenyatta and co. But then at that time, the colonial government, of course, was denying. Then Jaramogi issued that statement in Parliament. And that is what triggered off the unity of the people of Kenya. So now people of Kenya became united in fight for independence of our country. Ultimately, Kenyatta was released. But before that, when they saw the wave coming, they went to Jaramogi and said, you know, Kenyatta is senile, leader unto death and death. You are actually qualified to become the prime minister. Jaramogi said, no, Kenyatta is our leader. I cannot betray the cause of our people. So people were united. There was nothing like, this is a Kikuyu, this is a Jaluo, this is a Mkamba. I'm telling you because I grew up under these conditions. If Jaramogi would say that Kenyatta is only second to God for us. And I've seen Kenyatta sleep there, and Jaramogi sleep there when he came out of prison. When did the rain begin to beat us? That was the question we asked. And I've told the people recently when I was in Nyeri, I explained to you where the rain began to beat us. But now we said, me and Uhuru, that we can actually bring this country together. If you stand there and I stand here, we can bring this country back to where we started. Because without that unity, we cannot realize the dreams of the founding fathers of our nation. We cannot realize the Kenyan dream. which says, Lord, bless this land of ours. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Plenty be found in our borders. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Unity means what? There's no discrimination on the basis of ethnicity, religion, gender, otherwise. But that has not been there. So he said, let us bring the people together. And that really is the meaning of Azimio la Umoja. That nobody, every person here is a Kenyan and is equal. Whether he's a Muslim, is a Christian, Catholic, Methodist, Anglican, Hindu, or a woman, everybody is equal in our country. This is the kind of country that we want to build. And we want to share. Talking because we wanted to talk to our people again and realize what people are thinking. And you will be told what people said on Friday, what the people of Nyanza said, what the people of Western said, the Ma, what they said, what the coastal said, the people of Northeastern, the people of Turkana, the people of Rift Valley, the Calais in Eldoret, what the people said in Isiolo, in Meru, Embu and Tharaka Nithi, in Ukambani, in Pokot, and finally in the mountain. Last week we were in the mountain, Mount Kenya West. We spent the night there in Nyeri, and they were so much well received. Friday tulikuwa mlimani. Wamama wa mlima, wamama wa ziwa huku walikutana. Wakabeba samaki kutoka ziwa huku kaleta huku mlimani. Na Mama Ida wakampatia jina Nyawira. Sasa mimi nalala hapa na Nyawira nalala hapa. Tuko pamoja. Sisi mimi vile ni mdhoniwa. Juni alikuwa hapa ametoka. Bibi yake inatoka huko Murang'a kwa Gachukia. Na Fidel alioa hapa Kiambu. Kwa hiyo mimi ni mdhoniwa. Nyinyi mnasema ati ngare hii taguo ni mundu na mdhoniwa, sio? Sasa hapa tumekuja, tuko pamoja kwa hii. Tunataka tuunganishe Wakenya wote wawe kama kitu kimoja, wote wa mlima na Wakenya wote. Sio ati tunataka kubagua mtu yeyote, hakuna. Everybody will be welcome. Jana jioni nilikuwa na wafanyabiashara kutoka mlimani wakiongozwa na Bwana Richard Ngatia. Na nikawaambia mambo ya biashara, the private sector, how we want to promote the private sector as the engine for growth in our country. See, people all the time talk about employment in the public sector. Watu wetu wataajiriwa namna gani hapa na pale na pale. I tell them public sector only employs at best 700,000 people in national government and in the counties, in the police force, the military. And those positions are occupied, they're not vacant. Vacancies only occur through retirement and death, attrition. And that is just about 10%. 10% of 700,000, 70,000. Those are the only vacancies available every year in public sector. But from our school system, primary, secondary, tertiary, universities, we churn into the labor market every year 1 million people looking for jobs. 1 million people against vacancies of 70,000. It's peanuts. The solution is the private sector. It must be engine for growth. In developed economies, people don't go and knock at the government that employ me here. It's much more prestigious to be working in America for General Motors, working for Boeing, Microsoft, than at a secretary in Ministry of Foreign Affairs or Ministry of Health. Me, I'm an executive in GM. That is what we want to do. We want to create those funds here. And we challenge our people. Create an enabling environment for our economy to grow and our people to become more enterprising. We have people who can be equivalent of Henry Ford here, Mr. Toyota, who was a bicycle repair. We have people who can, Mr. Hilton here. It's only the opportunities and enabling environment which has been missing. And that they had started during the first regime, and an infant middle class, a bourgeois class was emerging, the national bourgeois, by 1978. But immediately, Mzee left, those who took over began to fight that emerging class instead of promoting it. Then they created what you call comprado. Comprado, who are just commission agents, briefcase businessmen, running around at hii wanataka licenses gani hii, mimi ndio najua fulani, ambaye najua fulani, toa kitu. So ikaanza hii mambo ya toa kitu kidogo, TKK. Na polisi wanafuata, toa kitu kidogo, TKK. Baadaye kapanda, toa kitu kikubwa, TKK. Misho kaenda, toa kila kitu, bado ni TKK. Bado ni TKK, sio? Sasa, we must change that. That people earn, give people opportunity to earn a living genuinely. And we can do it. We can challenge our people to earn a living genuinely. I don't go into the public sector to become rich. Public sector is where people go for service. If you want to become rich, go into the private sector and make money there. But if you go to the public sector and you want to become rich, you can only become rich there through corruption. Ati hii contract ni pesa ngapi? Basi wewe utatoa ngapi? Ni namna hii. When I chased those cowboy contractors from the road sector, when I went there and cleaned it up, then they came back again. So we can clean the public sector that it is offering services to us. What is actually also scaring away our investors in this country? Number one is the high cost of infrastructure, particularly energy. 14 cents, US cents against 3 or 4 cents in Egypt. Number one. Number two is bureaucracy. Too much bureaucracy. A letter has been written to an office. Somebody reads it and marks it. It goes to the registry, permanent secretary, mark it to an officer. It goes to the registry, takes 2 days before it goes to another officer. He again marks another officer, go back to registry, again to another one. A month is passing, no action has been taken. Somebody has written a letter, is waiting for a reply. There's no reply. Amazungo was telling me the other day, I've been told to go back and come again in 3 months' time. And I'm coming from LA, Los Angeles. Do these people know where LA is? And this is the third time I'm coming. Somebody wants to invest in Kenya, and he comes here 3 times from LA, and each time is told to come back again. Bureaucracy. The other one is corruption, which is also a major cause of scaring people away. So if you tame all these things here, there's no reason why this country cannot grow. When it came there, the mountain, they talk of agriculture. And me and Monya have had a long discussions, the reforms that is now carrying out there. If me and the president, we had discussions, and we also talked to him. The sector, and constructed now. And I saw what Uhuru has done in the period that he has been a president. Recently, he gave his scorecard. I told people, some of you will only begin to know what Uhuru did when he is no longer in office. Because what? They say that a saint is not recognized at home. The Jews did not know what Jesus was. Only foreigners now know what Jesus was. So Uhuru has had his mind in the right place. He has been focused, but he has not been able to achieve what he wanted to achieve because of the environment under which he has been working. That itself has undermined his ability to deliver. He would have done much better if he had a supportive environment. But now we must pick from here and move forward to ensure that there is continuity and do better than has been done. So I just want to conclude by thanking you for what you guys are doing here. Tell you that we are together with you, but I'm not going to respond to the requests until Friday. On Friday, mimi nitatoa jawabu. Asante sana. Mungu awabariki.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Now we do quick photo shot.